What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey, I need to ask y'all a question. What is going on with these celebrities, especially the ones that were famous when I was a kid back in the late 90s, early 2000s? A lot of y'all are going out sad right now, fam. I don't understand it. A lot of y'all going to jail for BS. A lot of y'all been getting locked up and accused of being abusive individuals, you know what I'm saying, domestic violence and all of that type of stuff. Not to mention all of these cats out here that are getting jammed up with these young women, and not just young women, because today's story is talking about Ricky Martin and a young man. So let's get into this whole situation, man. It pains me to even have to talk about stuff like this, but you know, I guess it's part of the world we live in, and you know, now that I'm in this space, I gotta talk about what's happening, right? So as the story goes, Ricky Martin is facing up to 50 years in prison for domestic abuse claims in relation to alleged sexual relationship with his 21-year-old nephew. And you did hear that right, nephew, okay? So we're talking about a family member here. Let's go ahead and run through this article and get to the bottom of this whole situation, all right? Or at least as much as we can until everything gets worked out in court. Although he's taken a step back from the spotlight to be a father in the last few years, new explosive allegations regarding Latin superstar Ricky Martin are likely to have him as the topic of conversation for quite a while. According to new reports, Ricky Martin allegedly had a sexual relationship with his 21-year-old nephew, who was just identified as the person who filed a restraining order against him due to claims of stalking and domestic abuse. Furthermore, from Yahoo News, they report that earlier this month, Ricky Martin and his legal team firmly denied any wrongdoing after Martin was served with a restraining order in Puerto Rico for stalking and domestic abuse, okay? At the time, the alleged victim in the case was not identified due to the Puerto Rican Law 54, but that has now changed, and the individual is reportedly a family member. Ricky Martin's brother just dropped the bombshell that the person Ricky was accused of stalking and abusing was his nephew, Daniel Yadiel Sanchez, who he allegedly had a sexual relationship with for almost a year. So this young man was not underage necessarily, but clearly much younger than Ricky Martin, who's 54 years old. And we're talking about a family member now, talking about your nephew, your brother's child. What am I missing here, y'all? In the allegations made by Martin's nephew, he alleged that after he ended the 7-month relationship with Ricky Martin, his uncle did not take the news well and began stalking him outside his home and constantly reaching out via phone calls and text messages. Additionally, Sanchez claimed he suffered from both physical and psychological abuse during the relationship. Again, under Puerto Rican law, if Ricky Martin is proven guilty, he could be sentenced to up to 50 years in prison. So this is going to be taking place in Puerto Rico. So if Ricky Martin is found guilty, he going to serve time out in Puerto Rico. He ain't going to have the benefit of the American government and their ways to get him out of this situation. He going to be sitting up in squalor. You feel me? He going to be sitting up in one of them El Chapo cells. So hopefully a fork and knife might be able to get him out in a couple years. But this is ridiculous, man. Number one, just restating the obvious. What are you doing with your 21-year-old nephew, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to judge you on your orientation or anything like that. That's your business, right? But why you got to go to a family member? That's not making sense to me. That's not lining up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a shot on 2K. The green bean is not lighting up on this one, man. You really missing. You know what I'm saying? Your shot is either too early or too late right now, man. It's not lining up, family. But then on top of that, of course, it starts to bring into question, how real is this story? You know what I mean? I don't want to accuse the nephew of being a liar. I don't want to accuse the brother of being a liar, but there is always the other side of the coin where you have to acknowledge the realm of possibility that this may be a ploy in order to extort him. Ricky Martin is a successful artist. He's had a career internationally for a number of years, and this could be a way of trying to get some bread up out of them. I don't know that to be true, and I don't want to say that that's what they're doing, but again, you got to acknowledge all possibilities in these situations. A lot of celebrities have been taken advantage of, have been put in compromising positions because people find ways, the right buttons to push to get you to do exactly what they want you to do. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully the victim here is being absolutely honest, because that is something that we need. If you're gonna come out and make these strong allegations about somebody, please make sure that you're telling the absolute unequivocal truth, right? So of course this is gonna undergo an investigation. Time will reveal what happened, probably not all that happened, but yo, Ricky, stay out that man's phone, doggy. Stay out his phone, stay away from his crib. They got a restraining order on you anyway, so they've gone the extra mile to get that done. So, hey fam, it is no shortage of people that would be interested in spending time with you, bro. If you need some company, you know what I mean, whatever you into, I'm sure they will flock. You feel me? It's clubs out here for that. You know what I mean? It's apps out here for that. Whatever you looking for, especially with your bankroll, you can find it, my brother. But you're going to have to figure something else out, my G. And I'm not trying to make light of this situation, but I'm just being real, dog. Like, stuff like this always seems to baffle me. I don't know if it's a power thing with these celebrities, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like people enjoy this thrill of like wanting what they can't have or shouldn't have. And that just blows my mind. And no matter how this situation unfolds, that brotherhood is over. Whatever family connection you had with the brother and the nephew, like, no matter how you slice this one, it's a dub. It's over with, you know what I mean? And I just can't understand throwing away family ties over this type of junk, you know what I mean? The only thing you really got working in your favor is that this was not a minor, you know what I mean? Dude is grown. So if y'all had a 7-month relationship or whatever transpired, that part of it is legal. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily co-sign on that difference in age, but that's your thing. But yo, keep your hands off people, yo. Like, just cause they not lying, if they not doing exactly what you want them to do, you can't just be punching on people. You gotta remove yourself. Be big enough to remove yourself from the situation before you be putting hands on people and stalking them and not wanting to let them out of your reach or out of your grasp. You know what I mean? You don't own nobody, fam. I don't care how much money you give them, loan them, whatever. You do not own anybody. And once you allow something to leave your pocket, your bank account, your wallet, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You got to make peace with the fact that that is now gone into the cosmos. You may never get it back. And if you do, it is more of a blessing and a testament to the character of the recipient. There's no other way to take it. But yeah, man, go ahead and chime in down below in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about this whole ordeal. And make sure that you like and share this video. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that we can continue the conversation, man. All right. Much love and respect. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.